Antimicrobial resistance, also known as AMR, is one of the world's largest health and development challenges, contributing to millions of deaths annually, especially in low and middle income countries. AMR also poses growing risks to animal health, food systems, the environment, and the economy. In 2024, country representatives at the UN General Assembly responded to this growing threat by calling for the creation of an independent panel for evidence on action against AMR, or short IPEA. This scientific panel is supposed to provide countries with the best possible evidence and clear guidance on how to effectively address AMR. This is a huge step forward, but now it's time to carefully design the best version of IPEA to ensure its impact and success. How do we make that happen? Let's take a closer look at the design options. First, during foundational discussions and mandate setting, IPEA could follow a state-centric model with limited non-state stakeholder engagement from civil society, academia, and private industry. Or it could take a more inclusive path, integrating non-state actors early on to build legitimacy and trust. Second, as a global public good where information is freely available and accessible, IPEA will need sustainable funding to ensure that it can operate independently. IPEA could do this by primarily relying on government funding, while inviting private funding for activities dedicated to knowledge dissemination and logistical support, where conflicts of interest are less likely to emerge. This way, IPEA could better support low and middle income country participation without risking its credibility and independence. Third, in designing the plenary or main decision-making body, IPEA could limit non-state actors to observer status for efficiency. Or IPEA could invite them to become active participants in plenary proceedings, but without having voting rights. This creates a more inclusive, though potentially less streamlined process. Just like your computer's firewall protects your network from unwanted traffic, a firewall must protect IPEA's scientific machinery from political and corporate interference, reinforcing credibility, independence, and trust. Fourth, a central secretariat and diverse working groups could coordinate expert engagement and evidence synthesis. Representation from low and middle income countries and other underrepresented groups could be encouraged through quotas and inclusive nomination processes. Fifth, external engagement could be enhanced through open feedback loops and co-production of policy priorities to ensure IPEA's outputs feed into national and international AMR strategies. 6. IPEA's knowledge products should be clear, actionable, and accessible, delivered through policy briefs, dashboards, and other formats that connect evidence to policymaking. And finally, equity is a precondition for legitimacy. IPEA should embed equity through representation targets and by reducing structural barriers to participation, offering fellowships, travel support, and mentorship to amplify marginalized voices.